most students find internships through either Tandem Connect or through LinkedIn, WayUp or Indeed.com. So there are like few websites. So there is a fall career fair and spring career fair too. So it happens in both semesters. And at least for now, everything's online. So there was an online career fair in the month of March. I'll give an example of interviewed for IBM for cloud engineer intern role. And basically NYU does a very good thing with this, at least when the campuses were open. So NYU has resources wherein they will help you with how to prepare. They have their own counselors who will go through your resume and point out what mistakes that you potentially are doing, curate your resume, ask you to read it and get back to them. Career department of NYU is quite great. They help you on time. Plus, once you get access to your campus, you can give interviews in interview rooms itself in these places. So that is one good thing. And if you are seriously focused on getting an internship, please take help of the career guidance guys at NYU. I would say career fairs are more of an introduction to the company rather than a place to land internships. I have attended 2 career fairs physically, and the companies would take your resume and hardly anyone would get back to you. It is best if you focus on getting internships through LinkedIn or WayUp or Indeed or Tandem Connect. Again, it depends on what you want to go for. Software engineering, machine learning, data science, data engineering, then comes cloud computing skills with it, and that is amazing too. And salary range again depends on what exactly you want to focus on. Due to COVID, a lot of things have changed, and it would be not right if I gave any skewed percentage based on the situation. But there were times when a lot of students like me got their offers rescinded because of the COVID situation and the financial crisis. So not a lot of people internships got converted to full-time jobs. So these career fairs are quite similar to the internship career fairs. The only thing is that there might be a chance that the resumes that you pass out to these companies or your interaction might impress the company officials, and they might ask you to come in for an interview or like do a Zoom interview. And nowadays it's more of directly through Zoom. Everything related to software, machine learning, data science, business analytics, business intelligence, all these aspects have more jobs than any other course fields. Basically, I would say there is some advantage to full-time jobs purely from an academic point of view, because if you have some experience in your full-time job and that experience aligns with your master's, then definitely you would have something more to talk about, and that becomes like an added advantage. So for example, I am interviewing for network engineering companies, and with a background in cloud computing, the projects that I did during my employment, I can talk more about it. The interview process of full-time jobs is dependent on the company, but again, it's much more in-depth than your internship interviews. So basically, you will have 3-4 rounds of interviews for full-time jobs. So till now, the companies that I have interviewed with, usually the first round is with the recruiter or like the contact person of the company, where they'll ask you general questions such as like, tell me about yourself, or what projects have you worked on, or some coding questions. So these are like the normal questions. Then they move on to more grueling, in-depth, either technical interviews or like non-technical ones. So the technical interviews can span like maybe 3 interviews in 2 hours or 2 interviews in like an hour or so. It also depends on the company. But basically you will have at least 3 rounds of interviews. I have not heard of someone who has gone back. That shows that students at least land up with something after they graduate.